Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Have there ever been times where you just wanted to run away from your problems? Maybe they'd just become too perplexing, too weighty, and you just wanted to run away and just be done with it all and just be free from the burdens that you carry. Well, if so, you're in good company because the psalmist, David, felt that way as well. In Psalm 55, starting in verse 4, he says, "My heart is in anguish within me, and the terrors of death have fallen upon me. Fear and trembling come upon me, and horror has overwhelmed me. I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. Behold, I would wander far away. I would lodge in the wilderness. I would hasten to my place of refuge from the stormy wind and tempest." Here, David's saying, if I could just get away from it all, if I could just flee, go into the wilderness, go to a place of refuge, to get away from the stormy wind and tempest, to just get away from it all. And I'm sure there are times in which we've all felt that way before. Uh, Difficulties, hardships, trials, they become a burden that we just want to be released from and want to get away from. However, we've also found in life that that's not always possible. We can't always run from our problems, and running from our problems isn't always the best solution. And typically, whenever we do run away from our problems, they have a way of finding us wherever we go. And so running away isn't the best option all the time. So we might ask ourselves, well, what is the best option? If I have these burdens that I can't seem to shoulder, if I can't run away from them, if I can't escape them, then what can I do? What is my other option? Well, the psalmist gives us that other option here in Psalm 55. In verse 22, he says, "Cast your burden upon the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken." If you can't run away from your burden, cast your burden down. Cast your burden down upon the Lord. And it says that he will sustain you. God has the means by which he can sustain us through the hardships, through the trials. And we cast our burdens upon him by placing our trust in him and saying, Lord, I don't have to carry this burden alone. I can give it to you, and you are definitely strong enough to shoulder it and to bear it. And we can place our trust in him and say, Lord, I'm not in control. You are in control. I give this situation over to you in trust and in faith. And in doing so, Lord, I will lighten the burden off of my own shoulders and give it to you. And the promise is that when we do that, the Lord will sustain us. The Lord will help us through that trial, through that darkness, through that valley we might have to go through. He'll help us as we have to perhaps carry or drag that burden through the hardships and trials. The Lord will sustain us and help us to shoulder that difficulty, that hardship, that burden that we must bear. And so when you find yourself in a situation where you just want to get out of the situation, you just want to run away, you just want to flee like a bird into the wilderness, there is another option. And that is, cast your burden upon the Lord. The Lord will lighten your load. He will sustain you. He will help you through the trial, the difficulty, and he will get you through. And we can have confidence in that because we have a promise from God's word that he will do so. And so that should give us something to look forward to, some hope that we can have as we encounter these various burdens that we have to shoulder. So here's some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.